Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ringing, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The first order of business, congratulations to you all. I'm Ed Schlesinger, the Benjamin T. Rome Dean of the Whiting School of Engineering. Today represents the culmination of a lot of hard work. Receiving a master's degree from Johns Hopkins takes perseverance and determination. And the fact that you are here today, that you have successfully completed the requirements of your master's program, tells me you're smart and driven, and are committed to expanding your knowledge, to your profession, and to making your mark on the world. Whether you were enrolled as a full-time residential graduate student on the Homewood campus, or if you earned your master's degree through our part-time and online programs, it means you have received an outstanding education, and one that provides you and will continue to provide you with opportunities throughout your professional life. It also provides you with responsibilities. And never before in our lifetime has this been illustrated as clearly as it is today. Whether it's developing systems approaches to the improvement of the distribution of medical supplies, creating life-saving medical tests, devices, and protocols, or improving our ability to better model the spread of infectious diseases, engineers are and will continue to be central to our ability to address the COVID-19 pandemic and to solving complex and far-reaching associated issues that are still emerging, as well as addressing challenges in areas ranging from climate change and improving the diagnosis and treatment of cancer, to protecting our nation from the threat of cyber attacks. Your skills are in demand across every sector, and the knowledge that you have worked so hard to attain will serve you well in whatever circumstances come your way. You graduate ready to effect positive change in the world and with the ability to help shape our future. I have tremendous confidence in you and what you can do, and I cannot wait to learn about your achievements in the years to come. And no matter what your successes are, how you make your mark in the world, you will do it as a member of the Johns Hopkins community. Congratulations once again to the class of 2020.
To the distinguished faculty of the Whiting School and to our brilliant graduates, welcome to your beloved family and friends. It's truly an honor to be part of this important day, even under these most unusual circumstances. So Johns Hopkins University is a very special place, one of the world's most prestigious and treasured universities. You were handpicked to be here, and you excel in your studies, and you deserve to have this moment as you receive your master's degree. You will no doubt go forward to make this university proud. Congratulations to the class of 2020. I'd be willing to bet that when you began your program of studies at Hopkins, not one of you expected to graduate into a global pandemic. But remember this, the Whiting School did not prepare you for the world that was, but for the world that was to come. Engineers fill a very unique role in our society. Engineering is behind nearly everything we do. everything we touch. As engineers, we combine the rigor of science and the creativity of art to solve everyday problems and big global challenges. And right now, we do have challenges. Done right, engineering improves our quality of life, advances society, and creates opportunity. That's exactly what Hopkins and the Whiting School is all about. The school beautifully combines the theoretical with the practical and does so on a solid foundation of the university's principles. Pursue big ideas, sharing what you learn, and make the world a better place. Make no mistake, Hopkins has prepared you not only to invent and engineer, but to lead. Congratulations on completing this demanding and prestigious program. To you, our graduates, and to everyone who supported you. I had hoped to celebrate with you in person, but this virtual gathering seems appropriate for our times. And I want to thank the Whiting School for this creative way of bringing us together. While we stay safe at home and for a good chance to dress up for a change. There's no doubt that you are emerging from this program into uncertain times. The COVID-19 crisis has shaken each and every one of us. It's challenging science, healthcare, business in the economy, government, changing the way we get food, medicine, and information, the ways we entertain ourselves and our relationships. But engineers are uniquely gifted in finding opportunity in times like these. Look at the ways engineering, the Whiting School in particular, is already contributing to understanding and addressing the COVID-19 crisis. I am so proud of everything the university is doing on the world stage to help our global society deal with this pandemic. From the data analytics of the indispensable dashboard to the studies on environmental effects of shelter in place, to 3D printing of critical medical supplies, the Hopkins engineering community is helping to shape the response around the world. I have no doubt that ingenuity will see us successfully to the other side of this. Already we can see how engineering is helping us to rapidly adapt to the new normal. Over the past few months, but seemingly overnight, schools and universities switched to online learning. Companies transitioned large segments of their workforce to work remotely. We figured out how to maintain supply chains for the most basic necessities and how to keep critical infrastructures safely running. We transitioned fashion manufacturing houses to make masks and PPE, auto plants to make complex ventilators, and chemical plants and even distilleries are making hand sanitizer. Like other life-altering events in modern history, the Great Depression, World War II, and 9/11, the COVID-19 pandemic is accelerating the pace of change. The only thing we know for certain is that the world we re-enter will not look exactly like before. As I led teams throughout my career, I always made a point to introduce an element of change. A new initiative, a new mission to rally around. Change can be unsettling, but it is also highly motivating. It gives us our North Star and it galvanizes our teams with a common purpose. Engineers, you were made for these times. We need you. You have a responsibility to society to drive progress. Social responsibility impacts not only the kind of work that we do, but how we do it. Whether you pursue careers in medicine, in computer science and technology, in public service, or as I did, in aerospace and defense, you will be challenged to consider the ethical context of your work. Is it sustainable? Is it accessible? Is it equitable? Is it safe and reliable? Every day we see the consequences of decisions made by engineers. When a beautiful new skyscraper goes up, or when a bridge collapses. When a satellite launches safely into orbit, or when a design flaw grounds a fleet of aircraft. When a new technology platform makes our lives better, or when it opens us up for exploitation. Our unique role as engineers is to make decisions based on facts and data. And if necessary, we are called upon, obliged to speak truth to power. We have to be passionate about being dispassionate. It's where our strength as leaders lie. Our credibility comes from speaking truth with logic, empathy, and facts. Just the facts. That's what I call social responsibility. Never compromise. People's lives depend on it. Although your graduate program may be at an end, your education is not. If there's one characteristic that defines a successful engineer or any successful person, it's the commitment to lifelong learning. Even if you never pursue another degree, take every opportunity to do professional development and training. Read, be curious, never stop learning. As leaders, it's important that you participate in opening doors for others. I encourage you to teach, to mentor, to advocate, to help develop the next generation. Technical leadership is about more than technical skill. It's about how you listen, contribute, and collaborate. Folks, engineering is a team sport. We solve the world's most vexing issues, but never alone. The best ideas, the most brilliant solutions come from diversity of thought, nurtured in an inclusive environment. Teamwork is how we develop the robust solutions society is counting on. During your careers, you will be part of unprecedented advancements in engineering. I'm excited about the exponential acceleration we're seeing in technology areas such as engineering biology, alternate computing, methodologies, artificial intelligence, autonomy, quantum, and microelectronics. Keep alive the curiosity, the spark of inspiration that you found at Hopkins. And remember, pursue big ideas, share what you learn, and make the world a better place. These principles of the Johns Hopkins University now belong to you. Let them shape the engineers and leaders that you become. Again, congratulations to you and your loved ones on this great, well-earned accomplishment. I wish you much health and happiness and success. Thank you very much.
My name is Dennis Chen. I graduated in 1984 with a BS in biomedical engineering from Johns Hopkins. I've been working in industry these past 35 years in a variety of really interesting roles in the medical device world. I've held leadership positions in small startups like Telefactor and Talo6, and at large companies you've actually heard of, like Johnson & Johnson. I've worked in R&D, new technologies, sales, marketing, business strategy. All in all, I count 8 major job transitions so far. And as it turns out, I am a fraud. Let me explain. Doors are supposed to open for us because of our talent, hard work, and respected credentials. But that's not enough. In my experience, for virtually every job transition I went through, there were dozens, if not hundreds, of equally qualified candidates. I was successful not only because I was qualified, but because I had an advantage. In each case, I had an advocate on the inside who knew me or knew my work. They made introductions, got me in the door, pulled for me. They helped me have the opportunity to be seen. Well, how can you gain this unfair advantage? Establishing a network of people who believe in you is really pretty simple. First, do a good job. Second, be the kind of person people want to work with. Third, make an effort to stay connected with people. And finally, keep that up for 35 years. Well, here's your head start. Today, you have joined one of the most influential and widespread professional networks in the world. There are over 35,000 Hopkins engineering graduates spread far and wide. Today, you earned instant credibility with each and every one of them who already understand the value of a Hopkins engineering degree. But it's up to you to cultivate it and keep it growing. Get to know the alumni in your geographic and professional areas. Spend the time, go to events, work on a project together, get involved. But not just to ease your transitions professionally and develop a pool of experts you can call upon. I believe you'll find, as I have, that getting involved has benefits that reach far beyond that. For me, giving back to the university and the students through advising and supporting student projects is one of the most refreshing and inspiring things I do. Our 30-some alumni committee volunteers have a mission to connect our alumni with each other, to support current engineering students, and to serve as a resource for the Whiting School. We live in a time with enormous worldwide challenges and equally enormous opportunities to build solutions to meet those challenges. You are going to build our future. So here's your call to action. First, celebrate today. This is a big win for you and you should be proud. Congratulations to you and your families, and welcome to our alumni family. Then, as you transition into your next steps, make Hopkins a regular part of what you do. Check out the engineering.jhu.com alumni tab to find ways to connect and get involved. Finally, stay involved. Bring passion to what you do and be a fraud like me. We're all in this together. Thank you.
Let's see, influential mentor. I'd have to nominate Steve Beamer. Unbelievable mentor. He was always there to listen, always there to help you think of the bigger picture. It was an amazing journey for me to be part of this program, but Steve made it that much more amazing. Thank you, Steve.
An influential professor who I met during my systems engineering time at Johns Hopkins. His name is Dr. Bob Cameron. He taught me a fundamental message that has stuck with me ever since I took his class, which has been that empowering your people in your team and delegating authority to the lowest levels and how you do that effectively. And it has changed the course of not just how I believe and look at teams, but also in my career.
I'd like to make mention of a professor who has had significant influence in my success in the program, Dr. Dan Jablonski. I've had 3 courses with Dr. Jablonski. In each course, he demonstrated an innate ability to pull the student out of the weeds by carefully blending the math and rigor with the real-world application of the science. And he also brought some historical perspective, teaching us where the engineering started, how it developed to where it is today, and where it will likely go in the future. I think that the Johns Hopkins University and the Whiting School of Engineering should feel privileged to hold him amongst their faculty. Thank you.
I would like to thank Dr. Sarah Mooring, who was my professor for many of my classes at Hopkins, as she taught the marine engineering and coastal classes. These classes were the main reason that I chose the program at Hopkins, and I enjoyed every class. I also enjoyed my time getting to know Dr. Mooring over my 5 years at Hopkins. I'd also like to thank Dr. Rachel Sankry, who I've known for many years through the Maryland High School Woodbridge Challenge. Rachel was very influential in my decision to pursue my degree at Hopkins, and she served as both my advisor and my professor. Her timber class has already been useful in my career.
I would like to sincerely thank my PI, Dr. Friedman, for the mentorship he provided for me as I entered into a very new situation upon entering his lab. I really appreciated how he was always willing to take time to help me out with any problem I might have. This might be a problem in class, or it might be a problem with research, or it may be a question I had about my future career, and I was looking for advice. He was always ready and willing to help me, as well as to help other students. It was really inspiring to me to see how willing he is to pour into his students and into the students that work in his lab. I hope through my future career to be able to affect other people in the same way.
I found Shamsundar Kartik among the best professors in the Johns Hopkins. His lectures are very detailed. He used to post a lot of videos, and the way of his teaching is one of the best. Thanks for watching.
The professor who was most influential during my time at Johns Hopkins was Dr. David Audley. Dr. Audley was my professor and my advisor in the financial mathematics program. As a professor, he just made the learning so much fun. He posted actual lectures from his on-campus classes, so it felt like I was right there, and just had a way of explaining things and being so available that just made all the difference. As my advisor, I honestly don't know what I would have done without his guidance and encouragement. There were times when work and life and school got very intense, and he definitely talked me down from the ledge when I was kind of ready to give up. So Dr. Audley, thank you for everything. Like I said, I don't know what I would have done without you.
My experience at Hopkins overall has been extremely rewarding. And if I should talk about one particular influential professor at Hopkins, it would definitely be Professor Joshua Waggleston from the Biomedical Engineering Department, or as we call him, Joe. He actually transformed the way I see problems and break down problems, and he actually transformed the way I solve problems itself.
I want to give a special thank you to my advisor throughout, Eleanor Clan. Thank you for your countless time, efforts, emailing me back, our phone conversations, and helping me prepare to get through this program.
The most influential professor during my time at JHU has definitely been Professor Timmy Davis. For all the courses I took, his course was definitely most interactive and fun. To this day, I still remember his speech on how does peanut butter and jelly sandwich relate to system engineering. And it really makes you rethink your love for peanut butter and jelly sandwich after all the atrocities came out of that session. And furthermore, he was also my capstone project mentor. And through him, I had a lot of insights on how to incorporate cybersecurity into system engineering. With that, thank you for your time and support, Professor Davis.
Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the Master of Science in Applied Biomedical Engineering. Olufemi T. Adedayo Ojo. Ayodeji Oriola Adedeji. Asim Ahmad. Matthew Edward Armenios. Andrew Rawl Badger. James Robert Baker McKee. Mary Bevilacqua. Delia Cardona. James Richardson Chavre. Victoria Ann Clark. Joshua Guo. Tarek Hamid. Lauren Hartnett. Rachel Christine Havard. Sarah Ann Iverson. John McMichael. Ellen Nguyen. Krupali R. Patel. Eugene Perelstein. John Charles Philpott. Lojane Sudot. Akshat Thakor. Tyler Richard Train. Jacqueline Woznicki. Stephen Zimmerman. Connie Zerba. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the Master of Science in Applied and Computational Mathematics. Orladeyor Bello. Matthew Joseph Betts. Pedro Cardenas. Brendan Case. Chris Kate. David Woo-Suk Chung. Kaylee Cruikshank DeFontes. Gloria Diedrich. Christopher J. Dohopolsky. Alexa Danielle Gaines. Eric Galinkin. Daniel Gordon. Allison Grossi. Timothy Healy. Aaron Hendrickson. George Huber. Brandon Keck. Joshua Kelly. Jehong Lin. Pravesh Malik. Karaman Mancheno Sans. Aaron Caitlin Murnane. Win Tang Win. Melina Nichols. Dominic Padova. Kevin Proska. Ashik Rahman. Rebecca Laddie Reddick. Stephanie Reich. Matthew Ritonia. Rebecca Sansale. Richard Nicholas Shea, Sean Silsby, Justin Tervala, Lingjia Zhang, David Zhao. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the Master of Science and Engineering in Applied Mathematics and Statistics. Anton Eliakin, Ping Ping An, Karalampos Avram, Alexander Ye Bai, Debajoti Biswas, Henry Curtis Carpenter, Tianchi Tue, Jincheng Fan, Hamid Farouji, Linxin Gu, Charles Philip Goulian, Shi Han, Bailey He, Ziyang Huang, Mo Chiao, Myung Woo Kim, Varun Shashikant Kotharkar, Jason Len, Aishin Lee, Saiyi Lee, Chenyang Lee, Kuixing Li, Tian Leung, Zian Lin, Roxy Liu, Carly Patricia Lupton Smith, Jason J.N. Miller, Ting Ting O, J.K. Papo, Lyle Paskowitz, Thomas William Petter, Xiaoyu Chiao, Han Yao Q, Allison Hunt Seiden, Zhao Sun, Nilasan Thakor, Mansi Srinivasan Vatsan, Tengji Wan, Han Wang, Kexin Wang, Shi Wang, Rizhen Wang, Weichuo Wang, Noah John Wiktrowski, Stephen Whitkin, Zhenyi Wu, Luchao Shu, Dapeng Yao, Shangyu Yuan, Tianyu Yun, Jeffrey Zhang, Jipen Zhang, Zhengyang Zhu, Xin Zhuang. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the Master of Science in Applied Physics. Jacob Nathaniel Begis, Michael Bundis, Jonathan Michael Cochran, Jennifer Elizabeth DeMel, Chad Richard Ebling, Rachel Ertl, Stephen Maloney, Les McGuffey, Chelsea M. Meerbach, Aaron Graham Meldrum, Jonathan O'Connor, Sophie Ravestein, Nicholas Salazar, Daniel Richard Webb, Daniel Andrew Wiley. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the Master of Science and Engineering in Bioengineering, Innovation, and Design. Ebenezer A.J. Arma, Alina Carey Andrews, Ryan Bell, Zachary Hunter Buono, Brielle Helen Sensi, Jessica DeCac, Kaveri Das, Joshua Jude D'Souza, Sophia Diaz, Karina Natalia Frank,
Kylie Marie Gersh, Brooke Haley, Niranjuna Jiva, David James Mayer, Disha Mankoti, Buonola Matika, Natsuha Omori, Namratha Potharaj, Shayon Rochaudhary, Elizabeth Russo, Hannah Senek, Sneha Shivkumar, Digvijay Singh, Monet Nicole Slanowski, Jonathan Thomas Smith, Wilson Tang, Madeline Hannah Wharton, Grace Wyand, Noah Nwoju Yang, David Zarin. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the Master of Science and Engineering in Biomedical Engineering. Archana Dallin, Santiago Dalza, Taya Suhu Bergamasky, Elisa Josephine Volkova Brown, Fang Kai, Yilun Kai, Jacqueline Chai, Zenny Chu, Hannah Isabel Como, Kuchin Ding, Sophia Anna Dor, Han King Duan, Matthew William Fernandez, Yuchen Gu, Tatiana Giloff Romer, Wenson Goem, Justin Hui, Jiyoung Huang, Tony David Johnson, Ishan Joshi, Jalen Kang, Arman Kool, Zena Susan Kurian, Jung Lee, Juanyuena Lee, Jiashin Lin, Luda Lin, Jinrei Liu, Siher Liu, Chuankai Luo, Shiyu Luo, Dirishti Manan, Mikey Mass, Andrew Masteller, Saulno Meza Kano, Haoyoung Mi, Ethan Dominic Miller, Nikhil Murthy, Kirthana Muthaya, Dante Enrique Navarro, Anil Palepu, Tierra Nicole Pollen, Sambit Panda, Da Pang, Ronan Francis Lindeberg Perry, Sai Akanksha Punaganti, Lu Chao Chi, Shan Chiu, Sarah Rajani, Parud Radboryak,
Samiksha Ramesh,
Sweta Ravichandran, Shay Raphael Renee, Sri Ramana Sankar, Akash Sanyal, Remy Marcel Schwab, Gungshin Shur, Hui Shi, Taylor Tang, Wilson Tim Tang, Runhan Tao, Nashin Tiku, Carolyn Tan, Tian Wan, Tiangyu Wang, Yuanjia Wang, Allison Dawn Wright, Zhangyan Xiang, Xin Shu, Wenhao Yao, Yatsing Yi, Hongdrer Yu, Jingqi Yu, Valerie Zawicki, Ainu Zheng, Kevin Huang Zhan, Rui Tao Zhang, Shiqian Zhang, Yuen Zhang, Yang Zhao, Roshan Zi. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the master's degrees in chemical and biomolecular engineering. Alexander Kino Anderson Bacca, Alex S. Bishop, Brian Chen, Tianli Chen, Xiaolu Chen, Rira Choi, Sichi Cui, Kunal Donnie, John Paul Del Toro, Wenyi Deng, Sammy Dixon, Wenshuan Du, Shuoshi Du, Nisita Dutta, James Fang, Wenhao Gao, Linxin Gu, Yulim Ha, Yifen Hu, Kaiwen Huang, Christina Hum, Adip Vijay Javeri, Eric Qnam Kim, Haeyoung Kwan, Kunmo Lee, Dan Lee, Gaoshan Lee, Kayu Lee, Jinhao Liu, Wangqiu Liu, Zichen Liu, Haoxiang Liu, Elizabeth McConigal, Pranav Pinesh Mehta, Marina Amanda Morrow, Madeline A. Noble, Aishwarya Pantula, Jae Young Park, June Ha Park, Anusha Patel, Kayuti Prasad, Jayanth Venkatarama Reddy, Lucia Sablich, Daniel Kiefer Salman, Ziyuan Sun, Matthew Sweeney, Benjamin Thomas Toller, Toriana Vigil, Buhen Wang, Sikong Wang, Tieshin Wang, Yal Wan, Uchuan Wang, Zibo Wang, Cameron Jamal White. E. Shaw. Weiran Ji. Haonan Zhu. Li Yi Zhu. Yuanwei Zhu. Yurong Yan. Yuqian Yang. Han Chiang. Lichuan Zhang. Chimin Rang. Tianxin Zhang. Wenqi Zhu. Han Zhang. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the master's degrees in civil engineering. Alika Banky. John Randolph Carlisle. Yu Che. Carl Liam Fontes. Fardad Hagpana. Edwin James Hahn. Kyung Ha. Jacob Ross Hodder Hood. Sunjin Kim. Hokyoung Lee. Li Hao Liang. Maximilian D. Marshall. Akil Nayar. Benga Michael Halahalarun. Ivana Olivares. Hantao Pan. Michael Anthony Persinger. Boyu Chan. Kristen Jacqueline Sally. Amanda Dawn Shendhelm. Lauren Michelle Schmitz. Marietta Mercer Squire. Richard Cliff Wang. Shuo Wang. Wenbo Wang. Zazwain Wen. Jeremy Joseph Zuger. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the master's degrees in computer science. Zivi Gabriel Aberbach. Jason Anthony Acevedo. Ambiku Agarwal. Ayush Agarwal. Cesar Alvarez. Nafisa Ali Amir. Maria Paula Ariza. Alfred Arsenal. David Ashendon. Basim Astafan. Muhammad Ali Ayub. Eldon Clay Baber III. Joshin Singh Bajaj. Jordan Beth. Ulai B. Kimberly Marie Biederman. David Binkowski. Daniel Robert Blackwell. Alex Enrico Bocchieri. Michelle Nicole Boyd. Kelly A. Brady. Robin Louise Brooks. Stephen Gregory Brucato. Naomi L. Burkhart. Benjamin Adam Burnett. Aaron Carras. Stephen Christopher Carr. Graciela Casebeer. Kyle Casterline. Shreya Chakraborty. Calvin C. Chen. Juan Chen. Giant Jun Chen. Yunmo Chen. Marina Lee Childers. Jonathan Changray Chu. Patrick Hall Segoli. Antoine Andres Coto Acosta. Heather Curtis, Shashwat Dave, William Matthew David, David Joseph Derisi, Sean Dillon, Tianyu Ding, Sam Du, Jackie A. Dunn, Cameron Carlson Dutro, James M. Duval, Elizabeth Alexandria Dye, Lionel Eisenberg, Jonathan David Elliott, Benjamin Michael Thatch, Wajiha Fatima, Cynthia Fatula, Eric Feldman, Mark Fleckenstein, Matthew Sterling Ford, Alex Zachary Gain, Eatson Gan, Tiger Ya Gao, Miles Gapsinski, Saigutam Kanta, David Glass, Derek G. Gobin, Tridiv Gogoi, Oscar Gonzalez Davila, Nathaniel Ian Gray, Sonakshi Grover, Chi-Young Gu, Jia Liang Guao, Pengfei Guo, Mani Kant Gupta, Sanche Gupta, Robert James Hahn, Matthew Hamill, Heather Han, Xingli Han, Zhuoran Han, Tamir Hashim, Sharon Hassan, George Hearn, Sean Hesselink, Andrew Hees, Kevin Hill, Wei Young Ho, Ann Kim Huang, Morgan Hobson, Michael Hoke, Abriel Holloway, Niels Raphael Haltzenberger, Martin Chang-Su Hong, Davis Su, Min Hu, Yidong Hu, Yipeng Hua, Jay Huang, Jindan Huang, Junbin Huang, Wei Ho, Daniel Songju Huang, Beverly Jean-Baptiste, Aiju Zhendai, Christopher Jeske, Payson Jin, Zhenjiang Jin, Tushar Muralidharai Joyce, Jason Joes, John L. Younghans, Kurt Karolenko, Nora Karsten, Prakhar Kaushik, Jian Qi, John Zacharias Keim, Ryan Michael Kelly, Victoria Kelly, Giles Kepnang, Ali Khalil, Abu Jafar Khan, John Kim, Justin J. Woo Kim, Brenton G. Kirshner, Alex Knowlton, Felicia Corna, Caleb Corey Kolb, Ariane Jamie Salvador Crummel, Zhen Quang, Sukena Kagshia, Vijay Kumar, Jeremy LaFleur, Yush Kumar Lal, San Lam, Yuxuan Lao, Edwin Mingya Lee, Ming Lee, Philip Lesky, Dylan Lewis, Jiang Li, Xiaoyan Li, Josho Li, Dina Saad Lindstrom, Chang Liu, Soo-hyun Lo, Zebedee Loans, Corey Lohman, Cordell J. Moss, Matheria Muhajan, Alexander Mack, Christopher David Mathers, Bernard McNamee, Elizabeth Miser, Scott Maneely, Brett Mertens, Robert Maselli, Srihari Mohan, Wilfredo Montanez Vasquez, Sung Moon, Andrew Ballett Morgan, Edward T. Morgans, Natalie Teresa Morningstar, Aaron Michael Mueller, Aitaza Nathaniel, Ophaz Nathaniel, Jacob M. Newcomer, Man Swen Ing, Eric Nguyen, Ngoc Nguyen, Tan Ne Wien, Triad An Nguyen, Tuan Nugent, Nathaniel Jennings Norwood, Paul Nunley, Awais Pagarkar, Satish Palaniappan, Diva Parekh,
Taylor Perlman,
Vincent Perry, Brandon Fan, Leo Foe, Adam Michael Pierkowski, Karen Lorena Poblete Rodriguez, Sarah Elizabeth Prada, Bimi Pujari, Brianna Lucille Pirda, Long Chan, Nicole Murphy Ramos, Chris Bryce Reed, Paul Robert Reisman, Brian Lewis Reary, Jennifer Christine Reed, Rustin C. Rockstro, Zachary William Rogers, Michelle Rose, Nicholas Santrach, Parv Saxena, Morgan Schuyler, Abby Seibert, Manish Kumar Sharma, Raul Sharma, Amanda Shakarchi, Sajjan Shrestha, Michelle Shu, Nicholas Shoulder, Tyler Matthew Simpson, Melvin Sin, Abhinav Singh, Eric Siu, Lohita Sivaprakasam, Austin Snellick, Darren Allman Spalding, Julia Stewart, Zure Su, Sauchen Sun, Jennifer Aline Swayze, Ryan Swift, Aniruddha Tamhane, Conron Tan, Ashley Thomas, Michael S. Tilkin, Tyler Lee Treat, Con Trin, Logan James Tursky, James Ewing, Craig Joseph Van Bussicum, Hess Von Laar, Jingyi Wang, Kathleen Wenheyun Wang, Long Wang, Andy Werner, Austin Uyghur, Michael Wilkinson,
Christopher Lever Williams,
James Bernard Wren, Fei Wu, John Yunchung Wu, Bowen Tsai, Hainan Shu, Hanwan Su, Paiheng Shi, Philip Yang, Gina L. Yi, Andrew E., Isaac Zapp, Feng Zhang, Jason Zhang, Lifan Zhang, Chenyang Zhao, Chiwan Zhao, Lipeng Zhu.
My time at Johns Hopkins has prepared me for a society of advancing sciences and technologies. I have learned so much while under the tutelage of the Johns Hopkins staff, from the nature of light and other electromagnetic waves, to the concept of integrating organic material into non-organic mechanical prosthetics. It has been an honor to complete this milestone in my life while under the guidance of Johns Hopkins.
Johns Hopkins University has provided me with the essential and fundamental knowledge in multidisciplinary functions across different areas that are particularly of interest to my career growth, especially in the areas of signal processing and machine learning. I think the variety and the diversity of courses that Johns Hopkins offers has definitely given me fundamental knowledge.
The days I spent at Hopkins are very valuable to me. It helped me transit from a business major student to become an engineer. This is the graduation ceremony for most of the people, but it is also a new beginning for me, since I will join JHU as a PhD student this fall. I really appreciate the rigorous research training I received at Hopkins that prepared me not only be able to find a research-oriented job at industry, and also prepared me to become a qualified PhD student.
but earning a master's has taught me a lot more about how I can be adaptive, how I can better manage my time, and be more deliberate in where I choose to invest my time. I learned aspirations and innovative ideas are nothing without understanding how to gain the trust from your investors. Shout out to Professor Arthur Reynolds. And most importantly, I've learned what it truly means to be resourceful. Resourcefulness means so much more than finding the solution by myself. It means knowing when to lean on others when I'm struggling. It means taking the time I need to accept that I don't know the answer yet. But I'm leaving room to ask myself new questions that can lead me to the answer. I'm prepared for more than just a future in engineering from my experience at Johns Hopkins University. I'm prepared for a bright and adventurous life.
Now, I've already been working in the career of being an engineer, but the experience I've received from Johns Hopkins is that all of the instructors, all the professors have all been in the working world. They have experience, and to me, that is more valuable than what I could learn in a book. They have really demonstrated their ability to prepare me for what to expect in my new role, continuing into the next phase of my career. So thank you very much, Johns Hopkins University and all the professors and instructors.
Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the Master of Science in Cybersecurity, John Ayunde, Gary Ashworth, Thomas Batzold, Casey Cherrier, Cameron David Covington, Michael Jerome Eady,
Michael C. Ginn,
Patrick Guin, Ely Tanios Hatcham, Lee Henshaw, John Cookless, Daniel James Lattiser, Garrett Mitchell Lender, Andrea Lee, Keat Lee, David Matthew Margolis, Jana Kingsbury Mercilliot, Martin Andres Moreno, Anthony Fawad Musa, Connor Park, David Patrone, Nicholas Rogers, Bailey Rook, Matthew Joseph Simonelli, Daniel Lewis Taylor, Jordan Thompson, Sabino Torres, Christopher Sheridan Vanek, Bruce Edward Watkins. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the Master of Science in Data Science, Taeyang An, Stephen Blows, Chi Chen, Kalen Cheng, Brian K. Cheung, Julio Camargo, Yichen Dang, Piedad Marcela Echevarria, George K. Esconder, Xiao Feng, Casey Gallagher, Sarah Goldberg, Zhengcheng Gu, Yvonne Xixiao Han, Alan Hong, Stephanie Noel Housen, Zoran Iwankovich, Sue Jiang, Sean Mahoney, Andrew Miller, Seamus Ford Patry, Tim Rosenflans. Joseph J. Scheidt. Shelby Smith. Gok Bao Tran. Hasti Annapurna Venkatakrishnan. Weitian Wang. Anastasia White Torwillius. Ki Shu. Jamila M. Young. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the master's degrees in electrical and computer engineering. Milad El Mohammed. Shipra Arjun. Sunny Baga. Sabrina Hayward Ball. Daniel Ryan Barklow. Sean Bean. Lindsay Marie Bishop. Todd Jason Blackman. Thomas Clark Blashak. Matthew Cam Muse. Christian Campo. Carl Michael Capello, Jr. Bobby Carroll. Caitlin Marie Carroll. Olga Fedorova Cottle. Adam Benjamin Sellon. Matthew Shea. Yi Chen. Zhao Qi Chan. Chang Wan Choi. Tanner Schwanier. Elise Nicole Cross. David Samuel Daniel. Dominic Henry Dana. Brian Davis. Miguel Angel de Jesus. Elizabeth Grace Dennis. Luke DeYoung. Angel Luis Diaz. Hashwai Ding. Benjamin John Drury. Daniel Edos. Melanie Enriquez. Hashwan Fang. Joseph Clark Furcho. Samuel Allen Fick. Jennifer A. Finley. Matthew Fontaine. Leah Garber. Pedram Gafaripour. Michael Bennett Jadero. Kevin Michael Gilboy. Paul Michael Giro. Lucero Gonzalez. Adam Cole Gropp. Nicholas Warren Gruba. Christopher Haddad. Cassie A. Halson. Prasad Hardas. William Heckert. Lamont Sebastian Henderson. Dimitri Herr. Derek Wright Hinsey. Rebecca M. Ho. Eric Holland. Giselle G. Hoover. Sophia Hautzer. Chai-Ming Huang. Curtis J. Ingersoll. David Arthur Irvine. Colleen Alana Jenkins. Zion John. Jonathan David Jones. Zachary Lee Jones. Waleed Judah. Sorab Kataria. Adrian Germain Knight, Paul N. Lorenzano, Daniel Lee, Jenmin Lei, Eric Liddy, Sean Lineweaver, Vernon Guy Lipscomb, Cheng Fang Liu, Jiwei Luo, Neil Stewart McFarlane, Jack Magan, Samim Gabriel Manizadeh, Justin Meadows, Guillermo Mejia, Treyong Meng, Benjamin Mermelstein, Avi Mizra, Todd Montgomery, Lisa Jill Murphy, Tyler Wesley Nelson, Fani Nita Devolu, Brian Novak, Roberto Nunez, Gordon Augustine O'Neill, Nicole Willett, Vasilios Papuanu, Shamith Payagala, Lyndon X. Pearson, Joe R. Pedo, Evan Petronis, Jacob Reinhold, Curtis Rybold, Michael David Richards, Aaron Scott Reitman, Elliot Robinson, Alexander James Rossi, Adam Rusenko, Jeffrey Russell, Sean M. Semple, Satyam Shah, Muhan Shao, Dalip Sesh Simha, Amit Kumar Singh, Eric Michael Sluter, Kevin David Sobzak, Nicole Steiner, Nathan Steinman, Mikola Stelmashenko, Jessica Stillwell, Shiva Tan, Kelsey A. Terrell, Brian S. Tien Street, Eric Noel Tomk, Kimberly Tomlinson, Benjamin Ermston, Tyler Waddington, Peiyu Wang, Xiaochu Wang, Tianzi Wang, Grant Weber, Shuwen Wei, Trent William Wiscombe, Amara Shawaraga Worku, Cassie Q. Xia, Xiamen Xie, Yingfei Ji, Ruidong Zhu, Shinbo Young, Alfred Yeager, Yingzhu Zhu. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the master's degrees in engineering management. Oriolua Adesina, Malika Akhtar, Guillermo Alcocer Delno, Efrain Alvira, Alper Ainik, Anchul Bhargava, Louisa Blessing, Chase A. Boren, Dominique Monet Bradford, Carolina Kazaniga, Hongyuan Chen, Suyun Nicole Cheng, Samantha Lauren Coates, Clifford Glenn Darrow, Valentina Dampier, Graham Desermia, Hanyi Wan Ding, Chuk Wei Meka Gerald Ezekoka, George Fayad, Richard Philip Wenther, Anthony Walton Haynes, Jeffrey H. Hall, Yue Ho, Scott Henry, Ershawn Human, Shin-E Hu, Milind Joshi, Maldeep Singh Kang, Molly Knudsen, Jocelyn Knighting, Christopher Knippel, Ujua McKean, Ebony Shea Nelson, Stephen Plum, Jessup Puig Ruiz, Brandon Purification, Chi Chian, Juhi Viraj Salgankar, Vername Merlas Sorrow, Christopher Julian Schertz, Jigar Mayur Shah, Vishesh Uday Shah, Emmanuel Shaidu, Zihao Shen, Moe Shi,
Gabriel Sinclair,
Stephen John Spork, Hannah Taylor, Sai Rajarishi Ulapu, Sarah Elizabeth Bailey Patrick Wickenheiser, Anthony Willingham, Shunpeng Wu, Jiaxi Ji, Keming Su, Shengwan Yan, Keiyun Zhang, Tianyu Zhang, Xinyun Zhu. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the master's degrees in environmental engineering. Evan Gerald Arbogast, Christopher James Billack, Andrew David Bjork, Micah Blate, Juana Bradish, Michael David Brown, Zachary L. Collins, Rachel Giampa, Jonathan Gordon, Greg Isaacs, Nicole McDermott, Andrew Moskovich, Andrew Dennis Muse, Prerak Patel, Allison Plaxon, Laura Maria Quintero, Michael Anthony Cicino, Cedar Impasha Simmons, Tiffany Lynn Smith. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the Master of Science in Environmental Engineering and Science. Charles Ansung, James Lloyd Beidler. Allison Neely Berg. Cecily Brady. Hunter Calhoun. Joseph Robert Diggs. Mitchell G. First. Brent Allen Harrison. Jordan Henshaw. Christina Marie Higginbotham. Colin Larrick. Laura Grammer Mayer. Vada Ray Marial. Aaron Richard Maxwell. Eliza Muman. Craig Patrick Saville. Gregory D. Stewart. Selena Rane Vinsky. Sarah G. Wenger. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the Master of Science in Environmental Planning and Management. Maria Isabel Array. Arjun Balakumar. Miriam Burrill. Joshua Hayes Brown. Irene Uchenna Nwize. Liam Duncan Griffiths. Nicole Huang. Olufunmilola Mayowa Ijagbemi. Zakira S. Lance. Katie Mae Murray. Colleen Collins Rizzi. Sarah Diane Rogers. Melinda Sunshine Ross. Benjamin Elijah Schott. Tedman Tran. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the master's degrees in financial mathematics. Dante Adams. Jiahui Bian. Li Chen Bu. Julie Ann Cannon. Yu-Wing Chia. Enfeng Chan. Matthew Christian. Thishi Ding. Irun Dong. Fang Du. Zhuazian Du. Kyle Brooks Engel. Mingjan Guo. Ruishu Gi. Roning Guan. Shogo Hanashiro. Haonan Hu. Tzi Huang. Caitlin Ann Kaczynski. Boyoung Lee. Jinze Lee. Yitian Lee. Ruikong Liang. Fan Lu. Chihao Pan. Tong Pan. Kimberly Pearson Peralta. Li Xiao Shan. Max Philip Schulman. Lingfeng Sun. Siming Tang. Jose Berardo. Kimberly Vance. Sean D. Volk. Jiro Cassie Wan. Han Wang. Jiasheng Wang. Zhuoyi Wang. Fanwei Wei, Keith Wright, Jiacheng Wu, Ying Shu, Lungyin Yang, Xiaodi Yang, Yi Yin, Chufan Zhang, Zhaoya Zhang, Ile Jan, Xia'an Zhu, Yanji Zhu. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the Master of Science in Engineering in Geography and Environmental Engineering. Ziwei Chen, Raymond R. He, Shihao He, Yan He, Zeming Hu, Claire Husselby, Pratibha Chuturu, Chitsing Shi, Jessica S. Spruill, Justin Neil Stith, Gigi Shu, Nancy Ye,
Yihang Yuan,
Yumo Zhang, Ningkan Zheng, Shangbang Zhang, Yuan Zhang, Fangyi Zhu. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the Master of Science in Information Systems Engineering. Joshua Andrews, Athirayan Apulingam, Wellesley R. Ariza, Destiny Batson, James Freeman Bly, Fuad Bumansef, Adrian Cartagena, Faye Chan, Kyle Scott Dillon, Christopher Escobar, Jessica Evitz, Chihan Feng, Eric Hartman, Daniel Thomas Hastry, Alex Hernandez, Billy Dion Holliday, Jonathan A. Humberg, Matthew Kelso, David Charles Liddell, Jonathan Mayer, Michelle Midgley, Shushanshu Newpain, Markia Newman, Oladipo Olariwaju, William Alborn Panabianco, Brian Polidoro, Rish Ranad, John Herbert Raymert, Levi Sandhu, Yiran Shao, Jonathan Scarron, Kirby S. Smith, Scott William Spenko, Mohit Tawar, Calvin Vernon Terry, Corrine Torin, Yvonne A. Torres Negron, Thomas Van Dalsen, Paul Andre Wilson, Shannon Worth, Roy Yang. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the master's degrees in Materials Science and Engineering. Ojasvi Agarwal, Adarsh B. Balasubramanian, Oiku Ega Sarit, Joseph Peter Chen, Yang Cheng, Christine Chung, Khalid Awad El Awad, Mansi Gao, Benjamin Hill Lam, Shinjae Lee, Peter Allen Lyle, Trevor McCain, Nathaniel Sean Vinokor McKeever, Walton Norwood, Jacqueline Pendersky, Yoonjia Song, Douglas Trigg, Jihan Siu, Yuinsung Yang, Zicheng Zhao, Hansen Chi, Young Chao, Zihan Siu.
Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the master's degrees in mechanical engineering.
Kelsey M. Arden, Michael Ballas, Matthew J. Bowers, Zachary Brochu, John Edward Burke, Andrew Christopher Cameron, Chris Carbonneau, Ryan Carter, Xianyang Chen, Jeji Chen, Haoche Chu, John Chu, Russell Shepler Cole, Timothy Harrison Crimmins, Christopher Darrell Damian, David Bradford Davis, Michelle Marie DeLong Samalek, Arthur Bowen Ding, Kevin Michael Ellis, Christian Daniel Ennis, Sinyi Fan, Astrid Winther Fisher, Zhuanyi Fu, Jacob Greenberg, Adyota Gupta, James Donald Guthrie, Yue Hao, Ryan P. Hegarty, Paige Hepler, John Lester Hill, Nicholas James Holthouse, Dicheng Hu, Daniel Zhang, Wenbol Jian, Brian Mark Kelly, Todd Koenig, Andrew H. Kozar, Lynn Koop, Shravan Kumar Reddy Kota, Franklin Grant Kovach, Matthew Krasny, Michael Kreiner, Jacqueline C. Krog, Samvit Kumar, Adib Laskar, Cynthia Eileen Leighton, Yixian Li, Junming Liang, Ruoyu Lin, Weixiao Liu, Yuhui Liu, Peter C. Lunsford, Eric Marshall, Christina Pilar Martin Linares, John Frederick May, Zachary McHugh, Andrew D. Mellon, Joseph H. Mills, Benjamin Austin Minnick, Mohammed Molla, Jordan Elias Moshe, Caitlin Louise Murphy, David Alexander Nakos, Ganesh Narasimhan, Kevin C. Peters, Dejan Pielstick, Solomon Joseph Polanski, Connor Piles, Cesar Riviera Collado, Anna Saylor, Daniel Salam Romero, Thomas Saltzman, Raymond Sanzi, Marco Scala, Hao Shaw, Andrew Shaughnessy, Elizabeth Snyder, David Sun, Taylor Douglas Spahn, Genevieve Marie Stark, Morgan Steffi, Kyle Evan Stottlemyre, Justin Scott Unger, Lena Falivula, Hannah Vino, Eric Wallace, Mark Robluski, Lisa X. Wu, Sky Shaw, Han Xiu, Shichen Shu, Kai Yao, Shengyu Yao, Joshua D. Yates, Daniel James Zainko, Peiyao Zhang, Shuxian Zhao.
One of my fondest memories at Johns Hopkins was having the opportunity to present and partake in a national healthcare case competition. It was an incredible chance to not only work with, but also learn from brilliant graduate students from the Carey Business School, the Bloomberg School of Public Health, and Johns Hopkins Medical Institutions. And on top of that, it was just great to work in a team to use the knowledge we got from lab, the knowledge we've taken from class, and integrate it in developing these real-world solutions to obstacles in healthcare and biotechnology. So just looking back on that, it is such a gratifying experience to know that we've made the most out of our time at Johns Hopkins. So thank you so much for that.
A memorable moment for me being in this program was visiting campus for all of the labs that we completed in the program. That really helped me feel that I was a part of the program. I was able to meet faculty and other students, and it was very memorable. Thank you.
One thing that comes to mind over my program was one of my courses, which was unmanned aerial vehicles, where over Thanksgiving break, I was putting my drone into the freezer right next to our turkey while I was taking temperature sensor measurements and flying my drone around the room at midnight on Thanksgiving break. It was just a good time, challenging course, and a fun time building actual hardware, and a really rare thing.
My most memorable experience at Johns Hopkins University has really been just the people that I've been able to meet and really it really enhanced my experience working on teams, working on different projects. Special shout out to Amber Liverpool, who's also graduating. And so just really grateful for just those experiences and just being able to develop those connections and relationships down the road. So thank you.
Hello. My most memorable experience has to be the afternoon of 30th August 2018. I was going to attend my first ever lecture at Hopkins. I remember myself quietly entering Maryland Hall 110, grabbing a seat at the very back, realizing that I was surrounded by students from around the world, and slowly absorbing that I was indeed studying at Hopkins.
So my most memorable Johns Hopkins master's experience was during my second semester of the program. I was diagnosed with stage 3 melanoma. It was really nice to have the coursework and the discussions with my classmates to help distract from the scary experience of having cancer. But more importantly, because I was part of the Hopkins community, I was able to have my surgery and my check-ins and my doctors all at Johns Hopkins. And I definitely felt part of the family from that experience. I will always treasure my overall Hopkins experience and the fact that I was cured from cancer. So go Blue Jays.
Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the Master of Science in Engineering in Robotics, Chen Cheng Fan, Maria Demetria Coleman, Rafael de la Tijera Obert, Hao Dean, Ali Ebrahimi, Lokjo Phone, Chaoyi Her, Sunchit Hira, Weilun Huang, Yushin Huang, Yiwei Zhang, Tracy Janie Cao, Ji-Woong Kim, John Kojabalkanli, Hee-Yun Kwan, Nicholas Marin Lamison, Pengfei Li, Z. Lee, Benjamin Litwack, Mengsi Liu, Anurag Madan, Amama Mahmood, Yutsing Pan, Adam C. Polavoy, Wenkei Ren, Austin June Shen, Garrett Tyler Ung, Yeping Wang, Brett Dylan Wolfinger, Hangtao Wu, Tian Xie, Jihan Swan, Emily P. Yang, Dominic Gabriel Yared, Shiran Zhang, Mingyi Zhang. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the Master of Science in Security Informatics. Abdullah Adel Agofeli, Athir Abdullah Al-Mogbil, Anurag Palash Beshia, James S. Ballard, Richard Allen Brott, Beckett Hill Browning, J. Jingji Chow, Chelsea Nicole Dean, Shivani Deshpande, Karan Yatin Dareshwar, Minjae Fu, Chin Gao, Zhanyuan Gao, Hung Hao Guo, Kevin Herbert Hamilton, Minzi He, Yuchen Hung, Allah Abdulaziz Jadula, Muskan Kalra, Logan C. Kostick, Henhui Lee, Jennifer Ann Lee, Jingyi Li, Chun Shou Liu, Tianhao Ma, Tsingta Mon, Kalyani Bansithur Puwar, Yu Tsiu, Nithin Raj Said, Shane Allen Sartalamachia, Nihal Shah, Sao Yu Shi, Rishabh Singh, Benfun Wan, Yuking Wang, Zhangyuan Wang, Zuo Wang, Tianyi Wei, Guanlong Wu, Bocheng Xiang, Cheng Tzu, Zichao Yang, Jiaming Zhou. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the Master of Science in Space Systems Engineering. Austin Abbots, John G. Badeau, Colin Burbidge, Adam Cohey, Arthur Stephen Cox, Joseph Kozo, Holly Marie Cross, Sohrab Darab, Dayoti Das, Matthew Dickens, Derek Anthony Einzig, Adrian Clarence Ellis, Kane Edwin James Fallon, Ryan Gregory Fongheiser, Eric Aaron Fries, John D. Gerke, Feng Hai, Bradley James Harden, Mark Allen Hoffman, Elizabeth Holmes, Jonathan M. Hudak, Pedro Lepe, Jaden J. Long, Christine Mirabella, Jonathan Martin, Michael Timothy Mainers, Christopher Caldwell Murphy, Eric Roper, Stephen Shumsky, Galen Ignatius Stusky, Alexandra D. Tamplin, Adam A. Warren, David Michael Weir, Caitlin Wheatley, Lara Ray Wilson, Michael J. Woods. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the master's degrees in systems engineering. Adam D. Abitbal, William Joseph Accardi, James Ryan Albright, Gregory Allen, Gladys Christina Amaya, Nicholas Amoroso, Alex Anderson, Alberto Banuelos, John Raymond Beers, Adam Thomas Bentley, Amir Hossein Bajandi, Eric Robert Boisel, Heinrich Johannes Bornhorst, Matthew Frederick Bowden, Nicholas Scott Bradshaw, Stefan Briones, Logan Brost, Russell Tamaki Busher, Austin Kane, Daniel M. Camp, Matthew Carney, Ryan Costello, Michael Daly, Bill Daly, Craig Zachary David, Amanda Lee Evans DePau, Paul Everett Darren, Vicki Ann Duckworth, Abby Eichberger, Ryan John Eichberger, Colleen K. Engler, Amy Elizabeth Ewing, Melissa Rose Fassini, Eric Gregory Ferguson, Jordan Fetterman, Bryce David Hannah Fisher, Jane Catherine Fleming, Paul C. Frakes, Kelsey Lynn Franey, Matthew Michael Gammon, Austin Johann Garrett, Jennifer Glock, Siobhan Monique Goutier, Cameron Fraser Grant, Michael Grant, Brooke E. Guar, Bradford Thomas Handy, Lance David Hansel, Aaron Hathaway, Holly Hendrickson, Nicholas Patrick Hollub, June Hung, Perry Hung, Yingray M. Huang, Ryan Inasic, Catherine Johnson, Kira Jones, Michael Timothy Capp, Francis Cargbo, Martin Kelly, Stephen Kirkpatrick, Jessica Lynn Kleist, Kitesh Kukala, Nicholas Elijah Langlois, Eric Keith Larson, Nak Le, James Jinwoo Lee, Rebecca Yoonji Lee, Simon Lee, Patrick John Luia, John Lewis, Brian Licciardi, Kwan Hyuk Alex Lim, Catherine Arden Lips, Amber L. Liverpool, David Bernard Love, Corin Magone, Gerard Major, Gary Mason, Evan Yurchik Masters, E.P. Matthew, Urbane Moust, Jose Luis Maitorina, Joshua Clay McClellan, Jeffrey Mecklenburg, Christopher John Mayer, Tony Allen Mickelson, Sergio Ruben Morones, Michael Anthony Mortarulo, Martin Muller, Leah Marie Munnis, Tyler Murray, Eleanor Nave, Effiong James Okebugwu, Jeremy Craig Panknin, Thaddeus Para, Carrie Allen Petty, Kyle Andrew Pelton, Daniel Carlos Pajera, Kenneth Ryan Powers, Jillian N. Puglia, Trevor C. Putman, Chad Raposa, Rebecca Colleen Red, Tanner Prescott Resnicek, Gerald Daniel Rimmer, Chuck Ringer, Ryan Michael Roy, Jesse Safran, Skylar Salmon, Daniel James Sampson, Nathaniel Howard Scherer, Joachim Schoonmaker, Richard Anthony Senna, Andrew Walters Serio, Zane A. Shake, James K. Shupp, Sergio Sicard, Heather D. Siebenaller, Lionel Sean Sisler, Ryan Storzen, Isa Ahmad Slavin, Brian Joseph Smoz, Nicholas Smith, Kevin Lee Spencer, Nicholas Michael Sparakis, Brandon Strotz, William Simiano, Rachel Elizabeth Sechtman, Christina Marie Takara, Johanna Thomas, Eric Thurber, Troy Allen Shearhart, Justin Yor, Max Uzokwu, Tim Vierling, Eric Vilhauer, Jessica Beth Voigt, Timothy Joseph Voss, Sean M. Walker, Christopher Warren Walton, Lawrence Lee Waltz, David Warren, Jonathan Andrew Weber, Kara Facina Welch, Joseph Whitaker, Marvin Wilson, Micah Paul Zapp, Brandon Michael Zayas, Kevin Zuer. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the master's degrees in technical management. Daniel Anderson, Taylor Lynn Andrews, Joseph Willis Awino, Georgette Jane Ball, Sean Bengi, Chandni R. Bhakta, Catherine Susan Borner, Troy K. Childers, Louise Coulter, Megan Darling, Nhi Din, Peter Henrik Jajits, Stephanie Mahone Ferrone, Erica Fox, Richard Wilburn Gazelle, Sumit Deep Kumar, Matthew Lemke, Rachel McDonald, Stephanie Miles, Ernest Piper, Christopher Alden Robinson, Ken Shimamoto, Zane Adams Teeters, Daniel Van Nuker, Jose Villar, Joseph David West. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the certificate in cybersecurity. Mashal Al-Mazroi. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the certificates in electrical and computer engineering. David Hanna, Saad Mahmoud Kabir, Kyungjin Lim, Amanda M. Wilson, Robin V. Johannen. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the certificate in environmental planning and management. Angela Joyce Thompson. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the certificate in information systems engineering. Roslyn Jasadra Ram. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the certificate in mechanical engineering. Kendra Abernethy. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the certificate in systems engineering. Tristan Allen Krim. Manuel Alejandro Cruz Cortez. Eric Roger Dorsey Jr. Nathaniel J. Neiman. Charles Thomas Obenshane. Amara Krista Prato. Alan B. Stockett. Zenon Zhang. Now we will proceed with the recognizing of the certificate in technical management. Andre Zachary Arguelles. Jose Martin Villar.
Congratulations to the class of 2020.